Swadika, welcome to the morning edition of NBT World Brief on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Kritika Kluat. Floodwaters are putting communities in Nan province on high alert, with ministers and officials stepping up round-the-clock monitoring and emergency preparations. Associate Professor Dr. Yochanan Wong-Sawat, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Higher Education, Science, Research and Innovation, has been in Nan province since yesterday evening to monitor the flood situation and visit an evacuation center in Pua district. He has ordered authorities to closely monitor water coming from upstream areas and tributaries around the clock. Personnel, vehicles and emergency equipment are being put on standby to provide immediate assistance, while evacuating plans are being prepared for low-lying areas and communities along the Nan River. Meanwhile, Deputy Interior Minister Jesset Thaiset joined officials on a boat to help evacuate residents from high-risk areas. He instructed all agencies to closely monitor the situation, with public safety as a top priority. Officials are particularly concerned about residents who have chosen to remain at home because they fear leaving their property unattended. People in need of urgent assistance are advised to call 054-791-007-2009. A major water mass is now moving toward Nan City, prompting authorities to step up flood preparations. The ONWR warns that more rain is still expected, raising concerns over further flash flooding downstream. Office of the National Water Resources, or ONWR, Deputy Secretary General Paitun Keng Kanchang said water flowing from Pua and Thawangpa districts is expected to move toward Nan City and Vieng Sa, eventually flowing into Sirikit Dam. However, the situation remains uncertain as more rain is expected over the next 2 to 3 days. Although flood barriers have been reinforced in some areas, authorities are still assessing whether they can withstand the incoming water. The Deputy Secretary General said the current rainfall has triggered severe flash flooding, with 24-hour accumulated rainfall reaching 384 millimeters. In just 12 hours, rainfall reached 367 millimeters. He said the figure was higher than the 348-millimeter rainfall recorded during a major flood disaster in Chiba, Japan. Rainfall intensity also reached 112 millimeters in 1 hour, contributing to severe flash floods and flooding in several areas. Authorities are now urging downstream areas to strengthen water management measures and prepare for the incoming water. Again, for those seeking assistance, please call 054-791-007-2009. The Prime Minister says his official visit to Australia has opened new opportunities for Thai businesses and investment. Prime Minister and Interior Minister ANUTIN says his official visit to Australia from August 17th to 19th was highly successful, particularly in promoting investment and business opportunities between the two countries. He said the Thai government invited Australian businesses from various sectors to expand their operation in Thailand, while presenting the Thailand Fast Pass initiative by the Board of Investment as a one-stop service to facilitate foreign investment and remove regulatory obstacles. The Prime Minister highlighted business matching between Thai and Australian private companies as a key achievement of the visit, creating opportunities for further negotiations and potential joint ventures in major industries. He said growing Thai investment in Australia has also helped change perceptions of Thailand, showing that the country is not only an agricultural economy, but also has major companies capable of investing in large-scale industries overseas. On the arrest of a Thai flight attendant accused of smuggling drugs into Australia, Prime Minister ANUTIN said Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese viewed it as an individual law enforcement matter and not something that would damage Thailand's reputation. Thailand will respect Australia's legal process and will not interfere in the case. The two countries will also continue working together to combat cybercrime and scam networks, with Thai authorities having already seized assets worth around 50 to 60 billion baht linked to such networks. While he was in Australia, the Prime Minister defended the government's THAI passport project amid questions over its value. He says the number of people signing up will be a key measure of its success. Prime Minister and Interior Minister ANUTIN Chanvirakul says the THAI passport is designed to give people greater access to AI without unnecessary restrictions. On the first day of advance registration, he commented that the project was originally scheduled to launch in mid-July, but was delayed following criticism. The government then renegotiated with a private operator to amend the contract and add more benefits, with approval from the Office of the Attorney General. On criticism over the project's value for money, Prime Minister ANUTIN said its success should be measured by public interest and the number of people who register. He expects strong public interest in the program. The government has maintained transparency throughout the project and is ready to answer questions in Parliament if the opposition brings the issue up in no-confidence debate. He expressed confidence that Digital Economy and Society Minister Chaichanok Chitchop would be able to provide the necessary explanations. And finally, science museums are taking on a bigger role in helping people understand a rapidly changing world. Thailand is bringing together experts from across the Asia-Pacific to explore how museums can become more active spaces for learning and public engagement. Thailand is hosting the Asia-Pacific Network of Science and Technology Centers Conference, or SPAC Conference 2026, from August 19th to 22nd, alongside the National Science and Technology Fair. The event is hosted by the National Science Museum, or NSM, under the Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research and Innovation. Professor Dr. Supachai Patumnakul, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, opened the meeting, highlighting the need to transform science museums and centers into a more proactive spaces that connect science with society and encourage public engagement. NSM Acting Director Suwarong Wongsiri said the meeting provides an important platform to exchange experiences, explore new approaches to science communication, and strengthen international cooperation. Meanwhile, Sirinporn Deotakul, Deputy Director of the National Research Council of Thailand, highlighted efforts to bring research closer to the public and promote science literacy across the region. The meeting also included a report on the Asia-Pacific Network's work from 2024 to 2026, followed by the presentation of SPAC Fellows 2026 Development Grants. Kindly let me remind you again that people affected by flooding in Nan Province who need assistance can call 054 791 007 2009. And that wraps up our morning edition of NBT World Brief. For more stories, please scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, Swadee Ka.